Hello and welcome back to another video on the Cold Rush with Racing YouTube channel and Facebook page. And in today's video, we're going to be going over my 2024 goals and also setting some new ones for 2025. Now, I do this every year, where at the beginning of every year, I set a certain amount of goals that I want to try to accomplish throughout the year. Now, I don't always get to all of them. I end up, getting to a couple, but not fully completing all of them. But it's kind of cool to go back at the end of the year and see what we were able to accomplish and what we need to, readjust for next year. So the first one that was on my list was I wanted to be more consistent. Now I'm obviously talking about, finishing first every night. That's the ultimate consistency. But I'm also talking about, running the same lap time, lap after lap. There was numerous times last year where I feel like I was doing pretty good, and then just one or two laps throughout the race really hurt me, and that kind of took away our chances of winning a few of them. So that was one of my goals for last year, and I feel like we did better at it, but we still have, more room to go. I also wanted to learn more. I feel like I was really hands-on before, and I was really good at, doing some stuff, but you're always constantly learning every time you're on the racetrack. And I wanted to take more full advantage of that and just kind of try and do better than what we were doing before. And the Chevelle made this very difficult for me to learn. Now that I'm in a decently handling car, it was a lot easier to learn more stuff. But when I was in that thing, it was kind of just try to get it to turn. But now, like I said, now that I'm in a different car and everything, it makes it a whole lot easier, and I can use what I learned from driving a bad car to driving a good car. I also wanted to be more aggressive, and I feel like I did that. I was definitely more aggressive this year, but we'll get to this a little bit later in the video too. But I feel like I need to find a happy medium of aggressiveness. I definitely made a big step in being more aggressive this year, though. I didn't set a win goal just because we weren't sure what our schedule was quite going to be like at the time of the video. So I didn't have a win goal, but we ended up with 4 wins this year. I kind of made up some percentages for what our year was like, and so last year we won 10.2% of our races, and then this last race season we won 55.5% top 5 percentage the year before, and we were down to 52.5%, so not near as bad as I was expecting. It means we really struggled half the year with the Chevelle, and then our top 10 percentage jumped up 7% last year, which was really cool to see. And as I mentioned, just super surprising because I thought we had like a really bad year. But the results don't really show it. And then just some social media goals. I really wanted to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're currently sitting at about 93, so we just fell short of that goal. But I know we'll get to it next year. And then I wanted to get to 800 page likes, and we're just sitting at 790 at the time of making this video. So we're just a little under our goals there, but it's nice to see that we were at least close. And now on to my 2025 goals. I've kind of stretched these out a little bit more just because I plan on racing a little bit more this year. I know I said that every year, but I really mean it this year. I want to try and race a couple different racetracks and get to a couple different places throughout the year just to try and accomplish these goals. So one that I carried over from the year before was being consistent. I'm still not perfect. Like I mentioned last year, there's still numerous times where I felt like I was in position to win a race, but just the timing of stuff, I didn't quite do what I needed to do at that time, and that took me out of contention for a couple. So just trying to be more consistent with finishes, with lap times, with all that stuff. That's really going to help me, and something I need to work on. And then, as I mentioned, aggressiveness. I was super aggressive last year. The Chevelle made me have to drive really hard, and so when somebody was ahead of me, I would just dive in there on them. I would do everything I could to get around them, except sometimes with that ill-handling race car, it made it look bad because I would hit them, or I would, bump them, and that's not what we really wanted to. That's not what I wanted to do anyways, but that's not what we stand for. That's not what we want. So having this other car at the end of the year that we were able to make work really helped me tone back the aggressiveness while also still being aggressive. So just continuing to try and find that happy medium where it's not dirty driving, but you're still putting yourself in places to make moves pretty quickly. And just 2 other ones that we kind of already covered. I want to continue to get better and work harder, all that stuff. Be more prepared. Just try and do all the things that make our lives a little bit easier. And that's just something that we're going to try and carry over from last year to this year. And once again, this year I am not going to set a win goal just because we don't really know where we're going to be racing at and what our schedule quite looks like yet. So we're going to just leave that alone for now. Just because some places are harder to win with than others, and if we decide to do one thing over another, it wouldn't be right. So we're gonna not set one for now, but I do have a couple of social media goals. I want to reach 115 subscribers on YouTube and 900 page likes on Facebook. So We need about 25 more subscribers on YouTube and about 100 more page likes on Facebook. So if you can, please share, and if you're not already following or subscribe, then please do that too, so we can try and reach our goals for 2025. But anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. I love setting goals and coming back and looking back at them at the end of the year. So I encourage you to do the same thing and just see what you can accomplish throughout the year. Let's make 2025 a great year. Boom, boom, boom. Out go the lights.